Hi, welcome. Welcome to another nice vinyasa class. And happy birthday with the King. Today, 27th of April, in Holland, we celebrate the birthday of our King. And that normally happens with a big party. Everyone is outside selling their junk, selling also nice things. Parties everywhere. And for a lot of people, this is always a day of freedom, expression, partying a lot, drinking a lot. And some people, they really don't like it. They hiding or going to the beach, but then also on the beach is very busy because everyone is free, and it's a very nice day for a lot of people. Today we also have to celebrate it in the living room, or at least smaller than we normally do. And everyone always wear orange. So that's why I also put on my orange t-shirt, and I have an orange yoga mat, especially for the King. The last Mondays, I've been teaching a little bit through the vinyasa asanas, also a little bit of the yamas. The yamas are the first, the base of the Eightfold Path of Patanjali. It's something you can study if you want to know a little bit more about the history and the philosophy from yoga. Today, funny enough, we're with, I like it, it's Brachmacharya. It's the fourth in the row of the yamas, and it's about moderation in things. And I just had to laugh because this is normally the day where a lot of people just go wild. They're doing things they maybe normally don't do. So they're going from one side all the way towards the other side in their balance, in their scale. Maybe to find out the next day that it was not a smart thing to do. But it's the only way also to find balance. So I'm going to talk a little bit about Brachmacharya during this practice. We're going to do it a little bit also with some nice movement, some more watery movement, as also the color orange inspires me with the color of it's the color of the second chakra, which is the element of water. It's about feeling, it's about moving, it's about sensuality. So, yeah, let's see what we are gonna meet in this class. I'm very happy that you're gonna join this class. Get settled. We're gonna start with small meditation, and I'm gonna read you a poem. So closing the eyes, get comfy, take a couple of deep breaths. Just arriving here at your yoga mat, arriving into the stillness, into your body. Maybe you wiggle a little bit to the front, to the back, to the side. And finding your center. Finding the balance. Balance is the key. Balance is the key in everything you do. Dance all night and practice yoga the next day. Drink wine, but don't forget your green juice. Eat chocolate when your heart wants it, and kale salad when your body needs it. Wear high heels on Saturday and walk bare feet on Sunday. Live high and low. Move and stay still. Embrace all sides of who you are. Be brave, bold, spontaneous, and loud. And let that complement your abilities to find silence, patience, modesty, and peace. Aim for balance. Make your own rules and follow your own path. And don't let anybody tell you how to live according to theirs. Beautiful poem. And just for a couple of more moments, just check in with yourself, with where you are, and what it is, what you need to balance things out again. After not sleeping a lot, you need sleep. But if you have been in your bed for maybe a couple of days, you just need action. It's with everything. If you don't have food for days, you can't wait to put your teeth in anything. But if you have been stuffing your belly, then you just need maybe a detox day. So where are you on the line of balance? What is it what you need to just have a healthy relationship with the things that for you maybe is difficult to find balance in? And for a lot of people that is movement and food, also sex, this kind of things where a lot of people get easily maybe addicted to. So yeah, let us just, so the Yamas from Patanjali just invite us to have a clear look to where we are. And are there maybe things in our life where we feel we are maybe not yet in a really healthy relationship with? We feel sometimes addicted. We feel like, oh, but I need this. And it's not there to tell you, you should do this or you should do that. It's really about your personal relationship with all kind of things, all things. It can be anything. Watching television, computer, even yoga, maybe. Okay, have that said. Bringing both hands together in front of your heart. And from there you can set your intention. Slowly lift up the head. And then lowering down the arms alongside your body. Take a deep breath in, really reach your arms up. Keep your arms here and keep reaching, reaching, reaching. Now pushing the sitting bones down, pull the navel in, pushing the ribs towards the chest or towards your belly, and keep on reaching. Try to straightening the arms as much as you can. Feel the length, feel the power, and keep breathing. And release. Okay, and again, take a deep breath in. This time we're going to interlace the fingers. And also here, we're just going to try to straighten the arms. I don't care if they are straight, but the potential is there. You try to straighten the arms. Pull the shoulder blades maybe a little bit more down into your back, away from your ears. You can keep your chin maybe a little bit towards the chest. Pull the navel in. Strong, 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 and relax. One more time. Inhale, interlace the fingers. This time see if you can bring your palms towards the ceiling. And again, just straighten the arms, straighten the arms. Come on, really straighten, straighten. Keep breathing and keep pushing your sitting bones down to the floor. And relax. Placing the right hand next to you and come into a side stretch. And then just make it a little bit more like a fluid movement. So you can move your left arm in any kind of direction. Pushing your two sitting bones down. Connecting with the breath. So maybe you haven't been practicing for a while, and then it's really nice to be on your yoga mat again and know that you're then also practicing in a way Brachmacharya, because you want to moderate in all kind of things. And maybe when you did already 10 classes today, maybe this is a moment that you say, this 11th class is maybe a little bit too much. Just practicing yoga all day. Okay, slowly move over towards the other side, bringing your left hand next to you. You can also go to your elbow if that feels good and appropriate for your body. And then just move a little bit freestyle, make it a little bit more fluid. And what is the color orange means to you? You can write in the comments if you want. Is that a happy color for you? Does it inspire you? And what do you normally do on King's Day? I'm also curious. Really finding that length, feeling that stretch on the right side of your body flowing. And then slowly come back towards the center, and then just walk your fingers to the front and come into a forward fold. Maybe just move a little bit from left to right. Make it a little bit more fluid. And then slowly come up, bringing your fingers back towards your body. Interlace the fingers behind your back. Just really squeeze the shoulder blades and opening up the chest. Breathe. And then slowly release. And then come off the block if you were sitting on something. And then straightening the legs, give them a little shake, move maybe a little bit towards the left and the right, move a bit your ankles, your toes, your feet, maybe massage a little bit your legs. And then we're going into a reverse tabletop. So you're bending the knees, you're placing the feet onto the floor. You can place your hands behind you, possibly with your fingers to the direction of your buttocks. But if that's really not working for your shoulders for whatever reason, then see what is working for your body. Okay, pull the navel in. You first already see yourself doing it, and then press your hands and your feet into the floor and slowly lift up into this reverse tabletop. Look towards your own navel and see if you can bring your navel in the same line as your knees. Lift up even higher. Maybe look towards the ceiling, keep on breathing and relaxing the toes to the floor. And slowly come back down. And then curl your ankles and roll onto hands and knees. Spreading the fingers wide. Have a look at your knees, place them hip distance apart. Take a deep breath in, arching the spine, look up. And exhale, rounding the spine. Inhale, arching, look up. And exhale, rounding the spine. And then slowly come back towards the center. And then lifting up the right leg. If you want, just stay here. Or lift up your left arm. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bend the elbow, bend the knee, and bring the knee close towards your nose. Inhale, really find length. And exhale, bend, squeeze, and round. Inhale, really finding that length. And exhale, and then you're going to place your knee and your hand onto the floor. But you can also just do it only with your leg. So see what's working for you today. Now lifting up the left leg. Either stay here or lift up the right arm. Take a deep breath in, find length. Exhale, bend the elbow, bend the knee, and maybe kiss your own left knee. Inhale, finding length. Exhale, squeeze the abdominals. Inhale, really finding that length. And exhale. One last time. And then placing the left knee and the right hand onto the floor. I'm going to make a couple of movements here. Just free flowing, moving the hips, moving the shoulders, moving the side of the body. And then come into an extended child pose, opening up the knees wide, big toes are touching, and come high on top of your fingers. So they're like little cup fingers, or I like to say little spiders. So really find length into your arms, finding length and weight into your hips towards the back. So there are two directions, and really, just try to straighten and lengthening the spine. And then walk your little spiders towards the left. And when you're there, take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Inhale, come back towards the center, and exhale, stay. And then walk your little spiders over towards the right side. Take a deep breath in here through the nose. And exhale out with a sigh. Slowly come back towards the center and come back to all fours. And from here, tucking the toes and push yourself all the way back. And then see if you can maybe press your heels also a little bit more back. From here, slowly come up into a downward facing dog. Keep your knees a bit bent and focusing first onto straightening the arms, finding space in your shoulders. If you want, you can move your hands in a different position, maybe a little bit wider. Maybe your fingers a little bit in, and maybe your fingers a little bit out. So feel where you can maybe bring a little bit more space in your shoulders, in your upper back.
And then move one knee to try to straighten the other leg, walk the dog on its spot. And then walk your feet a tiny little bit more forward, let's say about 15 centimeters. And then go with your right hand to the outside of your left leg. Take a deep breath in, find length. And on an exhale, now pull a little bit onto that left leg and look under your left shoulder. So it's a bit of a twist into your downward facing dog. And then slowly come back and then try the other side. So the left arm goes to the outside of the right ankle. Inhale, lengthening in the spine, and exhale, twist. Slowly come back and now walk your feet even further and bend your knees if you need to, and come all the way to the front of your mat. And then just swing from left to right. Shake yes, shake no. Make some funny faces or hold the opposite elbow here. And let's go with your elbows and slowly roll yourself up one vertebrae at a time. Slowly, slowly. And then we're here into a standing posture, mountain pose. Really feel your feet standing firm onto the floor. And then place the weight a little bit to the left, to the right, to the back. And then your toes maybe will lift up to the front, your toes will squeeze. And then find your center. Find your balance. And then bringing the hands in front of your heart. Take a deep breath in, reach your arms up, really finding length. And on an exhale, forward fold them down. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, the right leg back. Lowering down that right knee and walk your hands on top of your knees. And now push with your hands really onto your left thigh, onto your left knee. And it's almost if you're pressing your back ribs to the back, to the wall behind you, or to the person behind you, or to the door behind you, whatever it's behind you. Press the back ribs towards that thing what's behind you. So by pushing onto your left thigh, you create a little bit more space here into your inner growing. Maybe sink a little bit into your hips, but don't drop. Don't fall into your hip. And then let your arms hang heavily down. And then reaching your arms up. Finding length into your arms. Finding length on the side of your body. And then interlock the fingers behind your back. Breathe open. And then from here, you're just adding the element of water. So actually see if you can find the balance and still move a little bit. Just exploring. Exploring the upper body, exploring the legs, at the same time keeping the balance. And then slowly place the hands back onto the floor and step back into your downward facing dog and just dance a little bit in your downward facing dog. Make it a dancing dog. Move your knees, your hips in all kind of directions. And then lifting up the right leg, bringing that right foot all the way in between your hands, lowering down that left knee, and then walk your hands on top of your right knee again. Keep pressing with your hands towards your knees and your thighs.
pressing the back ribs to that thing what's behind you, pulling the ribs a little bit in, and you probably feel really that stretch, the stretch on the front of your left hip. So we're not sinking all the way in, but we're keeping the weight a little bit out, pressing towards this thigh, creating this space. If you want, you can put your left foot down or keep the toes tucked into the floor. Now interlace the fingers behind your back, and now very slowly just go and explore. Explore how much movement you can discover in this balance pose. What feels nice and what is actually not so nice. And then we place the hands back to the floor again, tucking the left toes and step forward. Inhale halfway up and exhale forward fold and down. Inhale, come all the way up, finding that length. And exhale, hands in front of your heart. Inhale, lengthening the arms up. And exhale, forward fold and down. Inhale, lengthening halfway. And exhale, step back, downward facing dog. And then lifting up the right leg. And then bring that right knee all the way to the outside of your right arm and pull that navel in. And then press yourself back again. Right knee again towards the outside of your right arm. And press yourself back. 2 times towards the left, we're adding a twist. Right knee to the outside of your left arm. And back. Right knee to the outside of your left arm. And back. Then the right foot goes all the way towards the center. See if you can maybe kiss your own knee. Move all the way back. Then come all the way forward. And then place your right foot in between your hands. And then just come to this fingertip lunge and hula hoop your hips a little bit. Bringing the focus towards your hips, maybe towards your second chakra. Just imagine a nice glowing orange ball there. Moving in your most sensual way. Moving the hips. Okay, placing the hands flat onto the earth again. Now swipe this right foot all the way backwards and up. Bending the right knee and opening up the hip. And then slowly bring that right foot again in between your hands. And this time leave the left hand as it is. And we're twisting open with the right arm up. Slowly bring the right hand down and step back, downward facing dog. And again, dance your downward facing dog. And lifting up the left leg. Bringing that left knee all the way to the outside of your left arm. And press yourself back. Really use your core muscles, use your breath. And now we're going to do 2 times, bringing that left knee to the outside of your right arm. And then 2 times towards the center. And maybe bringing your nose really close towards the knee. And then the second last time here, you're gonna bring the left foot in between your hands. And don't worry if it's not there in one time. Just use your own fantasy. And then bring it there.
Okay, come high on top of your fingers, or take the blocks or books to come up a little bit higher. And see if you can make some circling movements. If this is really too much for you, you can also lowering down that knee. And again here, just explore the hips and maybe a more nicer place for you today. So challenge yourself, because there's really no one on this planet who have really an idea what's going on in your life, in your experience. So to practice Brachmacharya, you need to follow your own path. Okay, now we're gonna just bring that left foot over the floor, lift it up, bend your left knee and opening up the hip, down dog split. Breathe. Maybe you can look under your right armpit, and maybe you can spot your own left foot. And then slowly bring it all the way forward again, in between your hands. Leave the right hand on the floor and twist open with your left arm all the way up. Breathe. Full yogic breath, breathing into the belly, the rib cage and the chest. Left hand goes down and just come back into your downward facing dog. Dance a little bit in your downward facing dog. And then lowering down the knees. We move into Anahatasana pose. So leave your hips in one line with the knees and walk your hands forward and meld your heart towards the floor. You can spread your arms a little bit wider to be able to reach the chin or the forehead to the floor. And you can also bring your elbows in the floor and make an reverse namaste behind your neck. For the nice flexible people here, you can also use books and to really sink more, to find more of a stretch into your shoulders. It also just feels a little bit different, so it's not always that this is like an advanced practice, but maybe you can practice this also with the blocks. Okay, really melt your heart down. The sitting bones are reaching up for the ceiling. Let the spine just sink to the front of your body. And slowly come up. Come back to all fours and dance a little bit. Just move your hips in all kind of directions, bending the elbows and making that contact with your body. And then from here, slowly we move into down dog again, tucking the toes, spreading the fingers, and come up into downward facing dog. Lifting up the right leg and bringing that right foot all the way forward in between your hands and come up into a high lunge. Reach your arms up and sink into your hips. Take a deep breath in, exhale, angel wings. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, warrior two. Tweede helde houding. Take a deep breath in, reverse warrior. And on an exhale, back into your warrior two pose. Inhale, reverse warrior. And on an exhale, back into your warrior two pose. Straighten the front leg. Maybe adjust your pose a tiny little bit. For Trikonasana, go forward and down into your triangle pose. Finding length on the side of your body. Using your core muscles, stay here. Or bring your arms in front of you, or the arms alongside your ears. You really need to use your obliques here to be able to hold this pose.
Okay, slowly come back with your arms and all the way up again. Adjust your feet. Warrior two pose. Inhale, reverse warrior. And on an exhale, twist your lunge. Left hand goes down, left heel goes up, and the right arm goes up as well. Breathe. And then bringing your right hand down and step into a high push-up plank. Hold the plank pose for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bending the knees and slowly come into a pose of a child. Moderation of things. Where do I go out of balance very quick and in compared to where I can stay very balanced in other things? And why do we see different with other people? Because they have different challenges. Let's focus on what we need without judging. Okay, slowly come back to hands and knees, all fours, tucking the toes and come up into your downward facing dog. Lifting up the left leg, bringing that left foot in between your hands and come up into your high lunge. Opening up, warrior two. Take a deep breath in, reverse warrior. And on an exhale, back into your warrior two pose. Inhale, reverse warrior. And exhale back into your warrior two pose. Straighten the front leg. Maybe make the step a tiny little bit smaller. Then come forward. And then down into your Trikonasana triangle pose. Maybe stay here. You can lean a little bit with your left hand on top of your leg. Or keep it active. And then, if you really want to challenge yourself, bringing the arms straight next towards your ears. Breathe. And then straighten the arms again and come up. Warrior two pose. Take a deep breath in, reverse warrior, and then twist your lunge. Right hand goes down, right heel goes up, left arm goes up for your twisted lunge. Breathe. You're doing very, very good. Bringing the left hand down and come into a high push-up plank for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And bringing the knees to the floor and come into a pose of a child. One last deep breath here. And then slowly come back to all fours, hands and knees, and make a couple of freestyle movements again. Finding the stretch on the side of the body. A little bit of flexibility of your ribs, the muscles in between the ribs. Okay, and then come back towards the center, tucking the toes and lift up, downward facing dog. And then lift up the right leg, bend the right knee, opening up the hip. From here, bringing that right foot all the way forward, in between your hands, and come up into a high lunge. Opening up, warrior two. Take a deep breath in, reverse warrior. And on an exhale, side angle bend, right arm on top of the right thigh, and the left arm goes over the left ear. The navel wants to have a look at the ceiling, strong core muscles, and push your pubic bone a little bit. It's almost like if you push it under your body to the front. Pushing the outside of your left foot also in between the earth. But most important thing is to breathe. From here, twist your lunge. Left hand goes down, left heel goes up, and right arm goes up as well. And bringing your right hand down, and now start to walk your two little spiders all the way forward, all the way forward, all the way forward, until your mind is telling you, but I cannot go any more forward. And then just put your fantasy in it. And then all the weight is going to be on your right leg. And now lift up your leg. And now walk your two little spiders back again towards your right foot. And here we are in standing splits. Now level the hips and slowly come up into a warrior three pose. And then slowly come into a standing posture. Relaxing the legs, maybe shake out your hips, your legs. Hands in front of your heart. Take a deep breath in, reach up. Exhale, forward fold and down. Inhale, halfway up. And exhale, downward facing dog. Lifting up the left leg. Bend the left knee and opening up the hip. Bringing your left foot all the way forward in between your hands and come up into a high lunge. Opening up, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. And exhale back into your warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. And exhale, side angle bend, left arm on top of the left thigh. Right arm over the right ear. Really find length on the right side of your body. Relaxing the head. But don't drop your head. Keep your neck in the same line as the rest of your spine. From here, we move into the twisted lunge again. Right hand goes down, right heel goes up, and twist your lunge. Strong core muscles, pull the navel in. Bringing your left hand down, and with your two little spiders, walk as far as you can walk. And then all the way onto your left leg. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, lift up your right leg. And then walk your fingers maybe a little bit back towards your left foot. And then we're going to level the hips. And then we move into a warrior three pose. And then slowly come back into a standing posture. Shake out your legs, shake out your arms. Finding the balance onto your left foot. And then lift up your right. Move the right leg backwards. And see if you can grab your right foot. Either on the outside, and when possible on the inside. So you can actually give a high five with your, well, it's maybe a high one, because it's only one, with your thumb to your big toe. But anything else is also perfectly fine. So the balance onto your left leg, bend the right knee, and see if you can grab your right foot. Find length. Left arm goes up. If you want, you can connect the thumb and the index finger. Inhale, find length. Exhale, now push with your right leg into your right hand. Push your right leg up. Push, 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 push. This really has to do also with flexibility in your right hip flexor. And then slowly maybe open the chest a little bit, look forward and smile into Nataraj dancer pose. Breathe. Keep focusing, keep breathing. Slowly come out. Just feel for a moment any tension in your body. And then maybe you discover and experience also that the tension will leave again. It's just like disappearing, like ice disappears from the sun. Okay, all the weight is going to be in the right leg, opening up the eyes, take a dristi and point in front of you, and then lift up your left leg. Bend the left knee and see if you can hold the inside or otherwise the outside or whatever you can grab from your left foot. Pull the navel in, find length into the spine, right arm up. First thing you do is to really activate your quadriceps from your left leg. Push it into your hand and push it to the direction of the ceiling. So we're opening up that hip. It's a little bit of a back bend here. And now we're opening up the chest. And we're moving to our full Nataraj, balance pose. And a back bend. Breathe, smile. After all, it's 27th of April, the birthday of the King. Smile and breathe. Slowly, slowly come back and release. Come back to the front of your mat. Take a deep breath in and reach your arms up. Exhale, forward fold and down. Inhale, halfway up. And exhale back into your downward facing dog. And dance your downward facing dog again. Maybe even want to bring both knees to the floor. And really just make a nice little dance here. And then spread the fingers really wide and walk, well, let's say only the left foot a meter to the front, only the left foot. And then we're going to bring the shoulders in one line with our wrist. Yes, the shoulders in one line with the wrist. Now check your fingers, are they really spread wide? And see if you can really press the top of the fingers into the floor. So you can actually check with your fingers if the nails get a little bit wide, because then you know for sure, like, really pressing with my top of my fingers into the mat. So the right leg is straight and it stays straight. The left knee is bent. I'm going to push with my left knee or I'm actually going to bend my left knee a little bit. I'm going to push to the floor and I'm going to make a little hop. So just see if you can try to do this a couple of times in your living room. Be careful. I don't want you to break a plant or a lamp. The right leg stays straight. The left knee is just jumping and pushing and landing. So, and if it goes relatively good, you can, of course, come a little bit higher. Okay, and then we're going to change because maybe this was not your favorite side. Then we're going to bring that right foot about 1 meter towards the front. Now the left leg is straight. Shoulders in one line with the wrist. Check your fingers and see if you can make a couple of jumps here. Now you probably feel immediately, oh, this is my favorite side, or this is the more difficult side. So come and sit like me and just close your eyes and give a little bit of wrist love. Maybe interlace the fingers, move the wrist a little bit. Okay, shake it out. Let's try it again. Now you know hopefully what's your favorite leg. So take your favorite leg and try to make 10 jumps. If this is a difficult thing for you to do, take it easy. 5 jumps is also good. I just say 10 to motivate you and to stimulate you. Maybe you want to do 20. Find your balance. If this is a difficult thing for you to do, then stay very close to the floor. If this goes good, make sure you have a soft landing. So no holes into the floor. Soft landing. And if it really goes good, see if you can maybe kick with your the leg what stays straight, stay straight. So in my case, my right leg stays straight all the time. If I have a little bit of time left over, I'm trying to kick with my left heel, my left buttocks. Don't forget to breathe. I'm not counting, but let's say 4 more. And then you can come into a pose of a child. If you need some wrist love, give yourself some wrist love. So everyone can come to pose of a child if you're not there already. Maybe you want to move a little bit from left to right, also in a pose of a child. Make it a little bit more playful. Brachmacharya, the 4th from the Yamas. The Yamas, they are the social, ethical, moral guidelines for the yogic practicer. I am moderate in my lifestyle. I use my energy in ways that lead me closer to my soul. I treat myself and others with respect. And when my energy becomes scattered, I come home to my source and to the primary relationship with myself. And that's really important. So if you feel that you just went over your own line, you went over your own boundaries, and we all do that sometimes. Just coming home to the primary relationship with your source, the deepest desire. Slowly come out of this child pose and then come into a seat with your legs to the front. And then bending the right knee, bringing that right heel really close towards your sitting bone so you can actually really squeeze it in like a little present. Now activate this left leg so you can really see the muscles working and your toes are pointing towards the ceiling. Placing your left hand behind you or next to you, and the right arm goes up. So I just feel like, oh, but here actually my left hand is not helping me, so I intuitively bring my left hand more back. So if that feels okay for you as well, so place that left hand there where you actually feel like, here I can find more length. Is your left leg still straight? If your left leg is still active? Maybe you feel your right sitting bone is coming off the floor a little bit. That's okay, but not too much. So keep pushing that as well to the floor. So finding length, finding length. And now coming forward, coming forward, coming forward. See if you can really reach for something. So I'm going to reach for this beautiful orange television. Like I'm coming forward and I'm reaching. Keep reaching, keep reaching, keep reaching, keep reaching, keep reaching. And now turn the palm away from you. And now start to wrap this right arm around your own right leg. And place it somewhere onto your buttocks. And now see if you can wrap it. Maybe hold the wrist, hold your finger, or just hold your t-shirt. That's also fine. Take a deep breath in, find length in the spine, and exhale, come into a forward fold. Breathe. Keep pushing this right sitting bone back to the floor if it's lifting up too much. Breathe. And then slowly come out. Oh, what was that? Shake it out. Let's try the other side. Other side is always easier. Bending this left knee. And remember, it's not about going into this pose just like this and, oh, I'm making a nice rep. This is part of the practice. To really feel like, hey, what does it do with me to bring this left knee in? What does it do with me to straighten this right leg? Now place that right hand somewhere behind you or next to you to be able to find length. Really lengthening, 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 lengthening. You see, it's not only a physical practice. You put your mental, your fantasy in it. Otherwise it's just boring. You really have to give yourself superpower here. Finding length, and now come forward, and you really want to reach for that thing. I'm going to grab it, I'm going to reach it, but not only focus here, I'm still focusing on that right leg, pushing it down, focusing onto your core, focusing on smiles, a lot of smiles. Okay, so keep reaching and now turn your palms away. Your left palm away, and then see if you can wrap it. You have to make a nice turn with your arm to be able to do that, and then see if you can grab. Inhale, find length again, and exhale, come forward. So when your left sitting bone is coming up a little bit, just push it a little bit down again. Breathe. And slowly unwrap yourself. That was nice. So, I think we're gonna go into, let's do how we started. We started with a reverse tabletop, so let's do it again and maybe feel the difference. So, hands behind you, feet hip distance apart. Take a deep breath in and lift up yourself. Lift up your hips. Have a look at your navel, lift up a little bit higher. Maybe you want to look up towards the ceiling if it's okay for your neck, dropping the head towards the neck, but don't forget to push your hips up. Push it up, push it up, push it up, push it up, push it up. And slowly come back. Then come lay down onto your back, bringing the knees into the chest. Now bringing your arms to the side. And then really pull the knees into the chest. Now bringing the knees slowly towards the right side. And not all the way to the floor. Somewhere where it still feels okay, but keep it above the earth. And then straighten the legs. And then bend them. And then bring the knees all the way to the center. And then move the knees towards the left, squeeze the knees together, and then straighten the legs, and then bend them again. And then let's do this 4 more times. So 2 times right, 2 times left. Breathe. Move slowly, pull the navel in. And then towards the left again. And then one more time to the right, one more time to the left. And don't go too fast. This is actually very nice to do slow. Maybe not for the mind, but for sure for the body. And then slowly come back towards the center, placing the hands on top of your knees. And just make some nice movements here. And then you can place your feet towards each other onto the floor. And then laying Baddha Konasana. If this feels painful for your inner growings or your adductors, the big muscles here on the inside of your legs, then you can do two things. Of course, you can just grab some pillows, blocks, and just tuck it under. I also use sometimes my own fist. And I really place it under my hip bone a little bit. And there I feel like, it's helping me to relax in this pose. I don't always need it, so yeah, some people they really don't need it. They are super comfortable in this pose, and other people they like to have a little bit of support. Depending completely, of course, the shape of your hip and what you do daily, on a daily basis. If you don't have your fist under your buttocks like me, you can also place one hand onto your belly, maybe one hand onto your diaphragm. Slow down. Let's bring the focus towards the breath. And see if you can follow my counting of the breath. Wherever you are, with your breath, exhale. And inhale for 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale out until it feels good. And then breathe normal. Breathe as you like. Breathe as it just unfolds. Balance is the key in everything you do. Dance all night and practice yoga the next day. Drink wine, but don't forget the green juice. Eat chocolate when your heart wants it and kale salad when your body needs it. Wear high heels on Saturday and walk bare feet on Sunday. Live high lift low. Move and stay still. Embrace all sides of who you are. Be brave, bold, spontaneous and loud. And let that complement your abilities to find silence. To find silence, patience, modesty and peace. Aim for balance. Make your own rules and follow your own path. And don't let anybody tell you how to live according theirs. Just stay here for a couple of more moments, relaxing the body in Shavasana. And of course, when you're at home, you can stay longer in Shavasana. And if you like to finish this class with me, then slowly come towards a seated posture. You can always just press pause or something. Maybe. When you're sitting, maybe move your body a little bit from left to right, or making some circling movement. Finding the balance again. And then bringing both hands in front of your heart and bow your head towards your heart. And thank yourself for your time, your energy to practice yoga class today. Lifting up the head, lengthening the spine. I'm going to finish with one Om. You're more than welcome to join or to listen. Exhale completely, all the air out, out, out. Take a deep breath in. And bow to yourself, bow to that inner teacher. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining this class. I'm really happy to be here and to see you, to read your comments. So place them below if you like this video. I wish you a wonderful rest of the evening or the rest of the day whenever you practice this yoga. I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.